I'm sorry, the person you were trying to...
Oh no, you're fine.
Oh, you sent it again?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
I'm just seeing you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm almost. I created a full offer sheet. I just want you to look at it before I send it to you.
Okay. You sent it via email, right?
Yes.
Did you hear my last question?
No, it broke up.
Was that your connection or mine?
It's mine. My whole. I think it's in my community. I just I hotspotted it right now. So.
Oh, was your? Because I live in the country, and so like it's considered the country, like the suburbs, like way out. So we don't have fiber optics. So I was like, oh my God, it's probably my internet.
No, we finally got fiber optics in this. We're building the infrastructure right now in our community. Finally, it's super slow. It's like normally it's like 1 megabits per second. It's freaking the upload speed is 1 megabits per second. Super slow. Especially when I do my live feeds, it looks really choppy because of that. Fortunately.
Yeah, you definitely don't want that.
Yeah. Dude, I just got a lead on a storage unit.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Would this be your first one?
No, I just got a lead on it, so I'm gonna do some inquiries on it.
Yeah, but if you were to do
yes,
it, would it be the first one?
It'd be my first one, but one of my old supervisors, he does storage units now, so I might partner with him on this.
Oh,
it's pretty cool.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's small. It's only a 38 unit, but room for rental growth and room for expansion.
Fix my tab now because I spelled it earlier.
Oh, you're fine. Did you get the link?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you see me now? It might be delayed.
It's got to travel through the matrix, so it's gonna take a little bit.
We're in.
There you go. All right, hang up. All right, can you hear me?
I can hear you good. Can you hear me?
Yeah. All right, let me go and share this real quick, and then we should be done. Okay, so I'm gonna send this to you as soon, like I said, as soon as we're done here.
Thank you.
So I put the address. This is how I normally send out to the realtors. This is how I do it. This is my format. That's a lot of it's all standard anyways. But on the purchase offer, like I said, I'm gonna show you the 4 options. We pay closing costs and we're gonna pay the realtor commissions. Okay. Then we can close within 30 days. So that's the formal offer sheet, right? And then I'll show you. So this is what I just kind of came up with pretty quickly. So here's option 1, right? Purchase price is $160,000, 0 down, 0% interest for 16 years, and that puts it at $833 a month. Okay.
Yeah.
So the seller gets obviously what they want, but it won't be for 16 years. So $833 a month for 16 years. That's how they're in there. The total amount is $160,000. So that's offer 1. Option 2 is purchase price $160,000, 0 down, but they get 3% interest. Okay. But remember, you give something, but you take something as well, right? So they're going to give you, since you're giving them interest, they're going to give you longer terms, right? Okay. Yes. So the monthly payment drops down to them is $674. It's basically $700 a month, right? For 30 years though. No balloon payments, 30 years. But look what they get. In 30 years, they're getting $242. Okay. That's number 2. Number 3 is, now think about why I did this. Now look at the purchase price, $180,000. So I went $20,000 over what they're asking. Why would I do that? Nobody would dream of doing that, right? They want $160. Why would a buyer offer more? Because I want that 0% interest, right? And I'm also giving them $5,000 down. But think about this. That's going to increase what? If I give them the down payment now. What is that going to increase?
Our entry?
Their entry
cost. Is that what you're asking?
Yes. So that's $41,000 now, right? So $36,000. So what is the interest payment on that? I want you to calculate that. Look up. It's good practice for you. Just look up interest only calculator. I think bank rate's always good.
Okay. Hold on.
Once you get in the habit of doing this, so it's good practice.
I was looking at the rental meter earlier when we had that down. And it gave me like bigger numbers. I don't know if how reliable rent. Oh, I can't remember how you said it. Rentometer?
Rentometer, or rentimeter, rentometer. What did it show?
It showed the average rent in that neighborhood is $23.19.
Ooh, that's good.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get it. So something to think about, right? So they may want more per month, right? But if you know that the rentals are actually higher, can you give them more per month? Absolutely, you can, right? Potentially. That's the beautiful thing about this amortization schedule. You can do that. Okay. But we're going to show them the normal rental rates, is $1,800.
Okay. Did we say that I was looking for the balloon payment calculator?
No, interest only calculator.
Oh, interest only. Just any of them?
Yep. I know. I like bank rate. Bank rate's always a good website for it.
Okay. So I put the full price, the 180.
No, because this is what you're borrowing. This is what you're going to borrow from the private money lender, right?
Oh, yes, yeah, the
This is
36.
what we're going to borrow. Our entry cost is what, $41,000 now, right?
Right.
So we're going to borrow $41,000 from a private money lender, and and the payment to them is going to be interest only though for could be a couple of years or so.
Okay, and so we're doing a 9% interest rate. Is that what we decided?
Yeah, we can go
With
9%.
standard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
So
it's good to get 8%, but it depends on the rates today, right? Because if somebody can get a better rate, so I mean, typically around 10%, but I just went 9%.
Yeah, that's
I like to
one
go
of my friends
8%.
said it.
I just went right between 8 and 10.
Okay. So the interest only payment right now is showing 307.50.
How much?
307.50.
Okay. So that changes our expenses now, right?
Yes.
So what is our expenses now?
Let me see. 425. 307. 732.50.
Okay. All right. So do you see why I dropped the monthly payment though?
Yep.
To account for that higher cost of entry, right? Our monthly payment came out. So that's why I did that. I just played with the numbers to make the monthly payment a little bit lower. Okay. But
I see.
to see what it's 20 years. Okay. Remember 0% interest rate, so just 20-year principal payment, right? But they're getting 180. So I'm not paying an interest, but I'm front loading, the higher amount, on the purchase side. Does that make sense? So instead of giving the interest over time, I'm just upping the purchase price. But for me, it's beneficial because why? Because what doesn't change? Cash flow doesn't change, right?
Yeah.
I'm willing to pay the higher purchase price because this is long term. Because in 20 years, this will get paid off, right? It's a 20-year term. It's still pretty good, right? 20 years.
Absolutely.
With $0 your own money, you do the deal, potentially. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you do this? Would you do this offer?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Any questions so far on options? Oops, I picked the wrong one here. Sorry. So this is I'm sorry, I skipped it. So purchase price is 160, 0 down, 3% interest rate for 30 years. But look at my monthly payment though. $674.
Yeah,
right? I'm giving them interest.
Yeah, because it's longer term.
Yeah. I'm giving interest, but I want a lower monthly payment. Right? Because what doesn't change is what I can pay them. So in order to make it my payment where I need to be, I had to extend it because 3% changes everything, right?
Absolutely.
Increase my look what happens if let me show you. You see here. So 160. $60,000, right? Go down 3% for 30 years. Look at my payment. I'm sorry. Years. Say I went with the 16 years previously, right? My first offer was 16 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at my payment though.
Wow. Yeah.
50, right?
Yeah.
I don't know I mean, there's no right or wrong for that. but you may have to lower your war chest, right? And whatnot. But like I said, we got to be disciplined, right? Well, what did we say the most that you're willing to pay? 833 or 850?
Yeah, 850.
850, right? Is the most that you'll pay.
875 was what we had calculated originally. 875.
875.
Was
Okay,
the
so that's
highest.
the most. No matter what, you will not pay more than that. Okay, so to get
Correct.
it lower,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to extend the term out, right? So I just did 30, but see what 20 does. 887.
That's
Are you
still
good with that? Do it high, right? Let's go 21. High. 22. Is that good?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Is that cool? So you just play with the numbers.
Yeah. Amazing.
So, I mean, do you like, would you, I went with 30, right? Because they'll probably be like, oh, I want it shorter. And then, okay, fine. The shortest I can go is 22. Makes sense. I went with 30. Because they're going to tell me, right, later on, they're going to look at the options, or like, I like option 1 and 2 maybe. But on option 2, can we lower the term? Or can you increase the interest rate? Okay, I can do that. But my balloon's gonna be longer. Right?
Correct.
But what's never gonna change though? You can give them what they want. If they want higher interest, sure. Do they want higher purchase
Cash flow
price?
won't change.
But yes, correct. But what's not gonna change is my payment to you. And that's the cool thing about this seller financing calculator. Or just amortization schedule in general. All right?
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Powerful. Super powerful. Okay. So let's go back to it again. Option 3, we kind of talked about that already. I increase the price now, right? 180, $5,000 down. So they'll finance me 175 because I'm getting $5,000 down. But I'm getting 0% interest rate for 20 years. My monthly payment is $729. And they're getting way more than they asked for.
Mm-hmm.
Most sellers like a down payment because they want some type of skin in the game, right?
Something
they
up
just don't
front,
want
yeah.
somebody to come in there most of the time, unless they're really distressed. Most of the time they want some type of incentive to make sure that you pay. Because if you don't pay, they keep that $5,000 in any other payments. Does that make sense? So it's sometimes very hard to get a zero down, but depending on their situation. Because what if they're making, this one doesn't have any mortgage, but what if they're making mortgage payments every month, right? So that's why subject 2 is great, because now they can lower that burden, because now you're making payments for them. They don't have to worry about it anymore. So they may not be willing to ask for a down payment for their equity. But this one, they may want it because there's no mortgage, it's free and clear. But what doesn't change, Adi? Monthly payment. If they want down payment, okay. But remember, the more they want, the more what increases your entry cost, right? The more entry cost means the bigger PML. The bigger PML, you may not be able to fund the whole thing. You may have to come out of your own pocket for a little bit of it. But then that changes what? Your cash on cash. If you got to put $10,000 into the deal, that's okay maybe, right? As long as your cash on cash is good. That makes sense?
Absolutely.
Okay. And so option 4, same thing, 180,000, zero down, 2% interest, 30 years, $665 a month. But guess what they're getting? $239 over a 30 years though. Now, sometimes they may want a balloon payment. Okay. Now, the thing with balloon payments, well, balloon payments are for idiots. I hate balloon payments. But if say they want, let's look at this deal. We'll do option 4 here. So 180,000. Zero down, 2% interest, 30 years, 665, right? But they're like, of all the options, I like option 4 for some reason. Okay. But they're like, I don't want the 30 year. I want a balloon. It's like, it's okay if you amortize for 30 years, but I want a 10-year balloon on it. Okay. You still see my screen, by the way?
I can. Yeah.
Yeah. So 10 years. So the cool thing is I can change the balloon payment here. So 10-year balloon. This is my balloon payment in 10 years, 131,000. So you would have to refinance or sell it, right? In 10 years. If you sell in 10 years, can you still make money on that?
Well, I would imagine so. Say it again.
I mean, what's the market value in 10 years? Is it going to be still 160? Is it going to be lower?
I would say it should appreciate, right? It should go
right, but also yes, but also over time, properties. I mean, it's old property already, right?
Yeah, true.
Property's also going to fall apart in 10 years. It's going to get worse shape. It's just over. It's just how it is. By that time, it's probably going to need a roof. It's probably going to need a HVAC, right? So in order to sell, you may have to replace those. So for me, a 10-year maybe not work. You want to be able to recoup some of those costs, right?
Yes.
So let's see. So $150. What is our cash flow right now? At $665. What do you say their expenses at $1,800 a month for rent? What is our cash flow?
Expenses? $875. Hold on just a second. What was our payment? $660.
$665.
Our cash flow is $403.
Okay. Is that including the? Yeah, that's right. This is zero down, so it's only 36,000.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So 400. You said 403.
Yeah. Well, actually, I had done the with down payment. The 732. Okay, so this one's going to be a little more though because.
Yeah, there's zero down on this one.
We're utilizing the 36,000 entry fee, right?
Yep.
So let's say 425 plus 270 plus 665 plus 1,800. So 440.
Okay, so multiply that by 12.
5,280
times 10 years because you gotta sell it 10 years.
52,800.
Okay, how much is the HVAC unit?
Oh God.
Probably around $8,000, right?
Probably like $8,000.
What's square footage on this thing?
Say it again.
What's the square footage of this house?
23. Let's say 2,300. It's 2,360.
Yeah, so probably around 8,000 for an HVAC unit, right? And then for a roof, how much for a roof? Probably another 10,000, right?
At 10,000.
Okay. So say about $20,000 after other repairs too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how much is your profit? You said 50 something, 10 years cash flow.
54.
Okay. So 54,000 minus 20,000 is what?
34,000.
$34,000. Is that a good return in 10 years?
Mm,
Your balloon payment is 131. You see it right here?
yep.
We we sell it for 160, right? But to get to 160, you have to put a new roof, you got to put, plus you got closing costs, you got commissions, right? So at 131, let's say 8%. Let's say 8% of 160.08 times 160. So it's about $13,000, right? So it's 160 minus $13,000, 147.
Mm.
Right? That's what anything that that minus what you owe them, which is what, 131, right?
31, yeah.
16 grand plus 34,000, right? So
Yes.
50 grand. So overall $50,000 profit in 10 years. Does that make sense? Is that kind of,
Yeah.
so $50,000 is what's your profit in 10 years on this deal, potentially. How much money did we put into this deal?
0.
Is that a good return in 10 years?
I think so.
That's pretty decent, right? Not terrible.
For not putting any of your money in it, yeah.
Yeah. Imagine you have 10 of those. In 10 years, do you cash out 50,000? What do you think?
That's great.
What are your thoughts?
I think it's great.
Okay. So I just want this is how we underwrite. These are things that you need to think about. Okay.
Okay.
I know we're kind of go a little more advanced, but it seems like you're catching on when I'm throwing at you. So and the more you do it, the more it's going to come quicker. And it's always nice to have this type of calculator, but you can do the same thing. What I would do is download 10BII.
What is it? 10?
10BII, Bravo India India. It's a so basically a seller financing calculator. You can do all this, but you have to manually put it in. And there's a lot of websites out there to help you out with it. Or YouTube videos. I'm sorry, there's a lot of YouTube videos that help you out with that as well.
I'm going to Google it.
Yeah, but anyways, so that's there it is. So and you could always do more options and all that, but I like just doing just minimum of 4 and see what they say. So I want to ask you something on this. So how is this beneficial for the agent? You have to pitch this to the agent, right?
Well, the agent gets their commission up front, right?
Yes. At closing, you get their commission.
At closing, yeah.
Okay, so that's beneficial for the agent, right? Okay, how is it beneficial for the seller?
They're getting what they're asking, if not more.
Yep.
And they're truly cash flowing every single month if they decide to do this, because what they're getting is free and clear. They technically don't have any expenses coming out of that.
Yeah. And are they responsible for any of the repairs?
Absolutely not. No.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, what if they say this? What if they say, okay, I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to seller finance it to you, but I want to keep the deed. Now you want the deed because why?
Well, because we're going to invest in it. We're going to put money in it.
No.
Right.
The biggest thing keeping the deed is what? The tax benefits of it.
Oh.
What is the IRS tax? If you have the deed, you can depreciate the property.
Oh, I see.
Tax benefits of it. If you don't get the deed, you don't get those tax benefits. You get the cash flow still. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you. I'm going to be the devil's advocate here. I'm the seller, the agent, right? They're like, okay, this sounds great, but are you telling me that I don't get the deed? You get the deed, and you obviously yes, I get the deed on this type of transaction. You're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't trust you. I don't know you. I don't trust you. And that's something, I can empathize with them on that, right? I deal with sellers like that all the time. Is there another way of doing this where you can do all these transactions but not get the deed? You can do this, any of these offers.
Would that be with an innovation agreement?
What's that?
Would it be through an innovation agreement?
No, so novation agreement is only for fix and flips.
Oh, okay.
Remember that. Okay. The only reason why you do a novation agreement is for a fix and flip. You don't do it for buy and hold properties.
I gotcha. Okay.
So what's another strategy that you can do potentially?
Oh, I'm not sure.
You ever heard of a land contract? Contract
Never.
for deed? Installment contract?
No.
Okay. Those kind of contracts is called an executory contract. Okay. So do some research on a land contract. Executory contract. It's kind of like when you get a car.
Uh-huh.
Do you get the title? Do you hold the deed, or they don't call it deed, but do you hold title on a car when you buy it? When you finance it?
When you finance it, no.
Who holds it? The bank, right?
The bank, yeah, the institution that's financing it.
Yeah. So you don't get the title till you execute the terms of the contract, right?
I gotcha. Okay.
That's a type of executory contract. Same thing. So every state has their own way, types of, executory contracts. In Arkansas, it's called land contract. In Arizona, it's called agreement for sale. Some people call it installment sale. Some call it bond for title, bond for deed. It's all a bunch of different names every state has, but it's the same exact thing. Okay. So
does that carry the tax benefits still?
You don't get the tax benefits, though. You don't get the tax benefits because you don't get the deed. But
got it.
You get the they're still selling to you. You still have equitable title, they call it, which means you still have equitable ownership. You don't hold the deed, but you still own the property. You just don't hold the deed.
Okay.
You have equitable interest. You have equitable interest, equitable ownership of the property. So basically, you can sell it, you can refi anytime you want. They cannot sell it from under you, because what you're going to do, if you ever lock this up a land contract, you file a memorandum of the land contract at the courthouse, right? So you cloud title. So they cannot sell it from under you. They have to honor your contract with them. Now, this is a little more advanced, but something to think about. Okay.
If this were to happen, that means since I would have equitable interest in the property and I wanted to sell at a point, then they have to agree to that too, right? They have to agree, or do I come up?
You have to agree, yeah, because you have equitable interest in the property.
I gotcha.
You have equitable title. You can sell, refi anytime you want.
Is there a percentage that's divided, or is it like just equal?
To who?
Just to the owners, I guess, since I don't have the deed, but I have equitable interest in the seller.
Well, so wherever how they want to structure that on the contract.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
They can
That's
structure the contract where, they all have individual, owner, they get paid separately or equally, whatever, how they want to do that. It's all listed on the contract. I would definitely hire a real estate attorney locally to do that for you for sure. Okay. Any real estate attorney knows how to do that. They do this all the time. That's their job. It's worth the $600, whatever, for them to create it.
I gotcha. And it's something you can use over and over if.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, once you use it, you can do it every time. Yeah, I would still have an attorney look it over, but yes, in theory you can you could use it.
Wow, you're just giving me.
Yeah, but what I would do, but I would definitely get the deed. Try to get the deed on this. When time does come, say, I definitely want the deed on this property. And just go to a title company, and they'll, some title companies will even do the land contract for you. Actually, a lot of title companies will do that for you. It's a one-stop shop. So they'll do a land contract, and then they'll transfer title as well.
Okay. All right. Well, this was great. I took a lot of nuggets. I appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely. So what I'll do, I'm gonna go ahead and send to you right now. Over here. Let's see. What's your email again?
It's JAHDE_OLVERA.
Yep, got it.
Yeah.
What's the address again?
It's 1403. Yeah, yep. West 2nd Street.
Tyler,
Texas, yeah. I've got another property that after you walking me through this, I feel pretty confident that I can kind of compose something. It's actually a multifamily. It's a fourplex. It's a quadplex.
Okay.
But
okay.
It's the same.
Here, let me send this to you real quick, and then let's take a look at that.
Okay. I'm looking for the address while you do that.
Okay.
Oh, I love your dog.
So once you get this, I would send this over to the realtor to explain to him, what you're gonna send, what you're offering, and then send them the offer sheet options. And if they have any other further questions that you can't answer, schedule a time with me, and I can happily get on the phone call with them. Okay.
Okay, that sounds great.
Good. You got it?
Yeah, hold on. Oh, we're about to get a storm here.
Well, good luck on that offer. Hopefully they spark some interest. I mean, been on the market, what, how many days? 100 days?
115.
Oh, yeah.
Probably a little bit more than that now.
Here's my thing, right? Don't ever get frustrated if, you know, I can't count how many times I sent an offer and they didn't even look at it. Or never, not maybe they looked at it and never responded.
Really?
Yeah, the thing is, you just got to, here, I want you to listen to this conversation, okay?
Okay. Yeah. Don't let me go out.
This is the guy with the storage unit.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm excited about this one.
Hello.
Hey, Lamont.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, brother? Sorry about that, man. I'm on a phone call right now.
Oh, okay.
No worries, back. I really want to talk to you about the storage unit, man. Really, really interested in it. So
yeah, I just posted it today. Actually, I got it with a JV with a business partner of mine. I just posted it today.
Man, why don't you take it down yourself, Lamont?
Huh?
Why don't you take it down yourself? This is amazing.
Well, I'm really into multi-families and single families.
Okay.
I want to get into no storage facilities right now.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, I've got one of my investor partners. He just bought a storage unit out in Cabot, so I know he'll definitely love this property potentially. So just want to look at. Let me pull up the email here. So the occupancy. So they're asking 230,000.
Yeah, 230.
Seems like a very fair price to it.
I'm gonna merge you in with my business partner. She's got more details. If you got any questions, then she can better ask. I'm gonna call her right quick if you got a second.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you could, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I got everybody here. You here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Donna, he's interested in storage facility, so I was gonna let you answer any question you might have on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So how old are these units? Do you know?
How old?
Yeah. How old is the storage facility?
You say you have a friend bought some units already in Cabot?
Yes.
Facility already?
Yep.
If it's not on there, I can ask the seller.
Yeah. That's fine. If you, yeah, and I'm saying that's not really. I'm just curious on that. So it did say here there's room for expansion. How much are we talking about? Like how much available land that we can expand? Do you know the acreage?
It should have been attached to the survey. For 1 second, I'm trying to pull up the.
Oh, I see. Okay, it's on the survey.
Cause it'll have a survey with it.
Oh, I see it. I think I see it. Okay, so it's only It's only two buildings, and that blue line. So the blue line is the property.
Yes.
Gravel. So they can build, or that top left corner, or that little empty spot. Where is the?
I'm pulling it up too. 1 second. Okay, yeah, it's a 1 acre lot.
1 acre lot. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's an acre, so you could really maybe add another building to the left. I mean, yeah, to the left if you're facing it, another one to the left, or you can add, depending on how you do it, you can add 2 more, 1 or 2 more on the back as well.
There's the easement though, right? The utility easement right there.
Yes.
Okay. When you say the back, I'm looking at the page right now. The back. When you say backside, is it the bottom of
The top left.
top left? Okay, that's the backside. Okay. So there's a road and utility easement. Okay. So potentially another building at least. You know, one large building. Okay. Or no, you're right. I can do 2 potentially right there. Maybe like an L shape or something.
Yes.
I got you. Okay. Interesting. Cool. So out of state homeowner, and when you say mismanaged, like what do you? Is it not automized?
Yeah, he's saying that he bought it. Let's see what exactly what he said. Yeah, he lives in California.
They all do, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. California money.
Dang.
Yeah. So.
Now they mismanaging the money as well. Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's saying that mismanaging, not really kept up. He's not really keeping track of the finances as he should, so on and so forth.
Okay. So seller note behind your bank. So they're willing to carry 35,000.
Yes.
Run that real quick. Yeah, it looks like they know what they're doing here. So most banks will allow the seller to carry 15%, and then we just have to bring 5% down. Times 230. I'm sorry, I'm just running the numbers real quick here.
That's fine.
1,000 times 0.05. So basically 5,000. Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, I would love for them to carry the whole thing. I'm sure you pitched that already. Are they willing to carry more? Is there a reason why they're only doing 35?
He really didn't want to do the owner finance portion.
Okay.
And also he did negotiate to that percent, but I mean, hey, I can
Can you ask him this? What's your name? What's your name?
Diana.
Diana? Write that down.
Yes.
So that if you can ask him if we up the purchase offer a little bit, like they want, is that what the valuation is? Is that what you guys thinking of the valuation is? 230?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's worth more.
Worth more.
That's the negotiating amount.
Okay. Ask him if he can up the purchase offer, to whatever the market value is, the true market value right now. If he can finance, a majority of that, if not all of it. See if he's willing to do that. I mean, I'm still gonna ask my partners if they're willing to do this, but it would make an awesome deal if they can sell or finance the entire amount. If they
they called me about seller financing also on it, but we can just run it past them and see.
It doesn't hurt to ask, right? Yeah.
I'll run it past them now, negotiate and see, and then I'm sure he'll say, like, depending on the terms, if you're going to need 30, 45 days to close and all that, that may be a problem. But other than that, I'll talk to him and negotiate. Like, I've been trying to get people to do more seller financing anyway because of the economy and so on and so forth. So,
and the reason why I'm asking to do this is because the commercial rates are now like 9% right now, 8.5%, 9%.
Yeah.
It's killing it. You know what I mean? I mean, fuck. I wish I should have bought a bunch of these properties a year and a half ago. I've been fine. But, we can, and we're willing to do a balloon as well. You know what I mean? If we can potentially ask if we could do a 10-year balloon on it. If he wants a balloon, a 10-year balloon, 10-year balloon. I think at 230,000, I think I'm definitely willing to do that. But I got to give him something, right? So he's going to want a higher purchase price.
Right.
So, but if there's room for expansion, and maybe we could raise the rents a little bit, I think it might be a good deal.
Okay.
Man, I love you guys, man. This is amazing. Are you guys substitute students or something?
No. You watch Space Morby?
I'm a substitute student for myself. Did you know that he was? Are you guys in Arkansas?
Yeah, he was here on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was. Were you there at the meeting?
No, I found out last minute.
Oh man!
I prayed with some people. But that was a meticulous class and stuff. Yeah,
me and Jeff we're the leaders in Arkansas. One of the leaders, and we're the ones who set up his meeting over here.
Oh, Jeff Campbell.
Jeff Campbell, yep. And then my name's Arnie Newton, obviously. So I'm one of the sub 2 students in the area in Central Arkansas.
Okay.
I'm not actually in Lamont. I'm still learning, but I switched over to the commercial.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Arkansas, but I was in Atlanta.
Okay.
And so I was investing there, trying to put their wholesale there, and Lamont reached out to me, kind of like to learn the business, whatever.
Yeah.
So we're growing and learning together pretty much.
Man, you guys are killing it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I'll definitely push these things to him right now, and I'll let you know as soon as I can once I hear back from him.
Man, you're awesome. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
All right, you got my number. Just give me a shout, and I'll call you when I'm ever dying to get an update.
Yeah, let's get this going. Let's make some money on this deal. Let's do our first deal together. Let's make some more money. Let's do it.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, thanks guys. Appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was epic.
You like that?
He is. That's wild. Did they say they were sub 2 students or they are not sub 2 students?
Lamont, he's from here, but he just heard about it. So
cool.
But he's been texting me he's a good bird dog because he sends me what I want in the area. I want certain properties and he sends those to me. So they don't all work, but I think this would be a great property. 38. Oh my gosh! If he can sell or finance entire. What did we learn today? Right? What doesn't change? The cash flow, right? Am I willing to do a purchase, higher purchase offer? Absolutely, if I can cash flow really good, and if there's room for expansion, right? Because I'm trying to lower my entry costs. Here's the cool thing though, because I think the deal would still be good because the guy is willing to at least carry 35,000. So I don't know if you know this, when you finance certain banks like local banks, normally a commercial loan is 80-20, right? You finance 80, you put 20% down. Some banks like our bank that we use are willing to, as long as the seller can carry 15% of it, that we only have to bring 5% down.
Wow.
So on a $230,000 purchase price for this storage unit, we only have to bring 11,500 because the seller is carrying 35%. 35,000, which is 15%. He knows what he's doing. I saw the number. I was like, well, why 35,000? Because he knows, because he's savvy, he's a business guy, that most banks will carry, they want at least 15%. So dude, you learn it. I know this business already. When I see these type of deals, I know. So interesting. But if you can carry the whole thing, boom, it's 88% occupied. It's like an apartment. The cool thing about storage units, they're the same thing as like apartment complexes. The best thing about them is you don't have to kick them out.
Yeah.
You just put a lock on it, and you keep the items, and then, hopefully they have a Pokemon card in there worth $1 million. But but anyways, I wanted you to listen to that. That would be a good, opportunity for you to kind of learn a little bit.
Thank you. Yeah, that's
epic. It's really that simple. So, just keep.
Wow.
Just keep. Just keep that mindset. Constantly look at your numbers. Okay. The cool thing of creative finance, you can do whatever you want. There's no really right or wrong, as long as you're not losing money, right? So very, very creative. Open your mind up. You're gonna have to teach these realtors and other investors what you do and how it's beneficial for them. Okay, and try to keep it as simple as possible. That's why I was asking.
Do you typically get on a phone call with them after you structure the deal?
Can you say that again?
Do you typically get on a phone call with the agent before you send them the deal, or
yes, absolutely.
Like before your offer? I mean.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you can break it down to them and they can understand it.
Yeah. So you just tell them the basics of it, like, hey, listen, I saw this. Introduce yourself, right? Do you have a credibility packet yet?
No.
For yourself?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'm gonna send you something. Man, you're getting all kind of good stuff today.
I
know. And the only reason I'm doing this because you're actively learning, and I can tell that you're hungry.
I appreciate you. I really do.
So I'm gonna send you my. What I want you to do is use my credibility packet as. Let me see if I have a Word doc version of it. I want you to create your own using mine. Okay.
Okay.
Just add, change, your. Here, let's do this. Let's see here. What's your email again? I just need the first couple letters and it'll pop up.
Yeah, it's JAHADE_OLVERA@iCloud.
So this is, you gotta start with your foundation in investing. Okay, this is your foundation. You need to create a credibility packet for yourself.
Thank you. This is epic.
I got a Word doc version of it. So I have a credibility packet for realtors. I have a credibility packet for sellers, for buyers, for other investors. So a lot of it's the same, but some parts are different. And some parts I don't want certain people, knowing some of the material, right? It's more tailored for whatever I'm trying to give, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But I'm going to send you one because you deal with a lot of, especially as an astro student, you deal with a lot of realtors. So I'm going to send you my realtor private lender packet.
Thank you.
I don't have the Word version of it. Yeah, that's fine. You can just highlight certain areas,
Mhm.
and then you can just just use it as a reference. Just create your own. But so let's
That's okay. I
kind
think
of
I have it anyway.
okay.
So no big deal.
Let's go over it really quick while we're on the just so we can kind of go over it with you, and
Okay.
that'll be your homework.
Okay.
So the next, let's say next, you got 1 week.
Okay.
Put on your task. You got 1 week. Create your own. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but I want it to be as close to perfect as you can. Okay. So grammatically, everything. All right.
Okay.
Use a lot of the stuff that I put in there. Okay. It's okay to use it. And what if you don't have any properties? Do you have any properties that you bought recently?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, so just use my properties there. You can always just say that we're business associates. Okay.
Okay.
That
Great.
way, and then as you get properties, you can add it to yours. All right. But let's
Thank
go over it really quick, and then we'll cut out because I have to head out in a second.
Okay.
I kind of want to go over this with you. Why is it not?
Too cute. I love that picture.
Everything's shut down. What the hell is going on here? Yikes.
No new.
You can still see it? Where did everything
Yep.
go? Dude, my computer doing some weird shit. Oh, there you go. Okay. Man, I hope I get that storage unit. I'd be so sick, dude. Oh my gosh.
I'd be so excited for you.
Dang, so cool. But I'm not going to take it on myself. I'm going to partner with my guy. Why do you think that's valuable?
To JV?
Yeah. I mean, I could make probably way more money if I do it myself, right? But why would I mess some stuff up when this other guy knows what he's doing?
Correct. Yeah, the experience.
Don't ever be greedy.
Yeah.
Learn from it. Okay. So, I don't know if you have your logo, put a logo here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And who are we? Just talk about your company and who you are. Okay. Your little bit of your background.
I love it. Yeah.
Yep. And then your education. So this is the part where you can use. What I would do is I would keep this stuff here. Don't delete this. These are some of the training education that I've done. But just what I would do, just to make sure that it's legit, just go to these websites.
Okay.
Okay. Just to say that you did. So they do ask you, you can say, yeah, I actually done some of this training. Just you haven't completed everything, but at least you've gone through it. Okay.
Okay.
And then But this shows credibility. Like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. He has a little bit about everything on here, right? And this is good for you too. This is actually a lot of good information here. If you're part of RIA, put that in here. This is part of my RIA information. And this is kind of general. I'll keep all this stuff here. My professional team, you know. So just pick any title company in your area. Doesn't have to be, just pick any title company. But for later on, I would probably find a investor-friendly title company and put it in here. Okay.
Okay.
Pick a
Well,
realtor.
we just created a local team here. In East Texas, there was not a whole lot of people, but we slowly started finding each other. Lance actually started it. He's from here. I don't know if you know him. He's a sub-2 student.
Oh wait, what is his name?
Lance.
There's like 7,000 students across the country now. It's crazy. It's crazy how much it grown in the past year.
Yeah. His last name is Riggin. I might be saying that wrong. Lance Riggin.
Okay. Yeah, the most sub students, they know what they're doing for the most part, or they have access to people that know what they're doing, which is great community, right?
Yeah.
Just like Astro student, you have access to people that have been doing it for a long time. Same thing. But yeah, so pick an attorney in your area. Like I said, a lot of this stuff you can get from your local RIA or another sub-2 student in the area that knows. I put a little bit about contractors, and this is right up your alley, right?
Yep.
Like I said, you're building credibility to the realtor and to the sellers and all that. That you hire licensed, insured, and bonded contractors. Okay. For me, I just put a little bit about community involvement. You know what your company does in the community. I sponsor a local race car team here, so I put that in there. Sponsor some dinners, things like that. This is more my business model. I'm not saying this is how you should do yours. This is kind of like my business model in general. You know how I evaluate a deal, just like we did today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know the 70% formula, right? We call it Mayo formula. As a wholesaler, that's bread and butter for you guys.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, every credibility pack is different. This is what's different is I add realtor information in here. Okay, this is how I can help realtors. Expired listings, right? If property is going to expire, like for example, like this one, 115 or so days, right?
Yeah.
Most listings are 160 days, sometimes 90 days. You know, they come up to us like in the 4 or 5 month mark and say, "Hey, I heard you're a creative financing investor," because guess what? You're going to introduce yourself beforehand, right, to all these realtors. So when the time comes, they're like, "Oh man, dude, I'm not gonna get paid unless this shit closes, right?" So they're gonna call up Hadi and say, "Hey, I got your credibility packet a while ago. I remember you saying that you could do some type of creative financing. Can you tell me again about it?" Right? But you planted the seed already.
Yeah.
So this is what that is: expired listings and then short sales. This is what I do. Okay. And I think you should keep this in here yourself. Because if you have a property that's potential for a short sale, then you call me up, say, "Hey, Arnie, let's do a deal together. You know, show me how to do a short sale." That makes sense?
Wow. Yeah.
And then these are properties that I've bought on creative financing or short sales recently. Okay, so I put that in here just for credibility purposes. Isn't that crazy? A lot of these are sub-2s. Look how pretty they are. This one right here, I made $50,000 on this deal right here. My first short sale deal. I didn't do any rehab on it. It was a broken driveway. Nobody touched it. Been vacant for 3 years. $50,000 behind. It was my dead leads. Made 50 grand on that thing.
How do you come across those?
Same thing as everybody else. But, pre-foreclosure lists, driving for dollars, all that stuff. But remember, I have more tools than everybody else.
Yeah.
As an Astro student, you're really good at wholesaling, right? But you said it yourself, you're not the greatest at creative financing.
Yeah.
Right?
No, this is a completely new game for me.
Yeah. So I think what you need to do is you need to expand your tool belt. Start learning about creative financing. Okay. And I'm not saying that you have to buy all the material. Just partner with a sub-2 student who deals with creative financing. Provide value, find a property that's a seller financing deal, or have okay, and then learn from them. That's how I learned. This guy right here, Randy, he's the president of the RIA here. He's the one who taught me sub-2s. We did a 2-year partnership agreement. I listened to everything he told me to do, and then we did 50-50 split our deals. But he taught me everything. We did so many sub-2 deals together. You know, this is when I was in the military too, so I don't want to hear any excuses from anybody. I was doing a full-time job as a Met sergeant, and I still was able to close deals, so I don't want to hear it. You know,
Amazing. Yeah.
So
I love it.
But yeah, so these are all deals, and then what I put in here is because most realtors like, you know, how are you going to be able to fund these properties? You know, so funding the properties like 4 different ways. So loans, hard money, private money, and then seller financing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk to a realtor, after you get off the phone call, say, hey, send me your email. I'm going to send you my credibility packet, my proof of funds, all that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And your access to, so you have access to proof of funds, obviously. So I would create credibility packet, send your proof of funds. You're planting a seed. Say, hey, I heard you're a listing agent for this property here. Do you have 10 minutes, 15 minutes of your time? We could, I'd like to do a Zoom call with you. I like doing Zoom calls. I want to see a face-to-face, you know what I mean? Or maybe, I don't like really doing it in person per se, because you can't have, I want to show them some documents. I want to show them some deals that I've done together with other realtors. That makes sense. And then maybe later we could do like a coffee date or wherever, you know what I mean? A date, a coffee meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. I just sent this to you. You got 1 week. I need to get this done.
Okay.
The reason why I do that, you have to, if you're going to be talking to realtors, you got to show credibility. You know, they want to see something in writing. Plus, they want to see something tangible. They want to show that they want to work with somebody that knows what they're doing. Right? So, or if you don't know 100%, you know people that can do the deal. Okay.
Yep.
So you have a lot of value. 99.9% of the population have no idea what the hell we're talking about right now. And even that less than 1% are not even really that savvy on a lot of this stuff that we just talked about. We talk about a lot of high level shit today.
Yeah, we did. I didn't expect this. I appreciate it.
But you got it though. I mean, you understand it, I think.
Yeah.
But the more practice you get, the more deals you do with people, you provide value to other people, it comes back 100%.
Oh, right? For sure.
Just like that one, I read you that text from that seller that committed suicide.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to help that family out, provide a little bit of happiness in their lives. You know what I mean? The house wasn't going to foreclosure, right? We honored their parents. They got some money out of it. Those are good things. There's a lot of properties I never even bought. I just did loan modification. I helped the sellers do loan modifications. Add me on Facebook, by the way, and Instagram if you could. Arnie _
Yeah,
you'll see a lot of videos and stuff. Some of the creative financing videos that I've created. So go ahead. What are you saying?
Oh, I was just going to say that the impact that you made, well, specific to your story that you shared earlier on your first deal, that impact it's forever,
Dude, so the house I made like 50 grand on.
Mm-hmm.
He was still in the military. He was still a master sergeant in the military. He was in Texas. He had divorced.
Wow.
And like $50,000 behind, like 3 years behind the payments. Like he almost got kicked out because once you do a security clearance, they check that shit. They check if you have any credit issues. And we were able to close before he got his security clearance. He texted me saying that, hey, do you have the paperwork for the short sale completion, because my commander wants to see it. Dude, I saved his career. He's still in.
Crazy. That's
And
amazing.
he got out of foreclosure.
Yeah.
You know, dude, if there's so much, dude, it's great making money. It's always nice to make money. Okay, obviously. But to build, you know, your reputation, your credibility, you have to sometimes give a little bit more. That's why Pace is an amazing person. He gives so much, dude. He spent like $30,000 when he was visiting here on Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
Like, he came here for Thanksgiving, like out of nowhere. Number one, he came here to help a student because one of our students here, he did a subject to deal on a RV that he's gonna live in as his house, because he's been living in a fucking shed for 4 years with no AC, no heat, for 4 fucking years. And he's able to negotiate a sub 2 deal on an RV that him and his wife can live in.
Wow.
So Pace came down, because I remember this live video that Lucas was telling Pace about. It's like, hey man, I just want to say thank you so much. I just locked up this deal. He's like, he was asking a question, how to do the paperwork for it. He's like, I'm just gonna fly down there. I'll fly down there and I'll pay for the move. I'll show you how to do the documents. And then it was like, and he's like, well, since I'm here, I want to do a meetup, and I also want to do a Thanksgiving dinner for a community while I'm down there. We got 5 days to plan this out. So the leaders in the area were like, hey man, we dropped everything. We dropped our business and we just made it happen. We hired videographers. We found a charity. We organized the food pickup, the serving, and then we organized the meetup in like fucking 5 days.
That's amazing. I had heard something like that. He briefly touched on it on one of his lives.
Yeah.
Not too much into depth, but that's
in
amazing.
Arkansas, yeah. That was me and Jeff were the main leaders for that.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, dude, it was so stressful, but it was so amazing. But guess what? I have his phone number. If I have any problems, you know, I have access to him. But a lot of people don't have his phone number.
Have direct access to him.
I have his personal phone number that we text. You know, I don't do it unless I really need to. Yeah. So, but if I didn't do that, if I didn't, you know, give, remember that's Thanksgiving now. So like, if I didn't take the time to do that, you're not going to get something back in return. You know, so the more you give in this business, the more you'll get back. If you truly give, you know, I mean, you truly help people out, and you support them. And number two is when you teach something, you learn something better, right? So today, it helped me out so much because I'm teaching somebody. I love teaching new people, especially new people that are hungry. You know, because they ask targeted questions, right? Good questions. And the fact that I'm explaining to it, it just reinforces the information that I know already. It makes me better, a better leader and a better teacher and a better investor. Okay, so.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time.
Absolutely. If any other questions, just let me know. Good luck on that one.
Okay.
Please feel free to save me on your phone. You got my cell number, right?
I think you did send it to me, yeah.
Okay. Now you write this down. 808.
Hold on just a second. Okay, 808.
348. 7012. That's my personal cell number.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, just text me your information so that way I can save it on my phone as well. And then good luck. And if you want another meeting with the realtor or anything like that, just we'll schedule it. And then any other questions?
Yeah, I was going to tell you that. Let's do that with Bella once she's ready, because I know she's really wanting to know this side of it too. So she's wanting to understand it.
Yeah, and then what I'll do is I'll be the one talking on this one. Okay. And you take good notes, okay? And then what we'll do is on a later date, we'll do just a random realtor. I just want you to close your eyes, pick pick any realtor in the area, and then you just pitch what you do, and I'll listen in.
That'll work. That's a challenge.
It's good because I want to see how the ASPO students do it too. You know what I mean? I like to see how you guys do that as well. This is actually out of my comfort zone, you know, direct to realtor. I'm just doing it because I know this is the time to do it now. You know, but you guys, this is your bread and butter. So I'm learning from you guys as well, you know, but I want to show you how I do it. Then the next one, I want to see how you do it. And then we can take notes and compare and help each other out on that.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds good. Okay, Adi, great talking to you.
Great talking to you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for everything. And thanks for getting on live, by the way, too. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right. You take care. Bye-bye.
Have a great day.